They say history is written by the victors. But what if the richest empire in medieval history vanished so completely that the world forgot it ever ruled? Imagine an empire so wealthy that its king's spending spree once crashed the economy of entire nations. A place where gold flowed like water, where scholars from across the earth traveled thousands of miles, and yet today, most people can't name it. This is the story of Mali, the empire that made Africa the center of the world, then disappeared into silence. In this video, we uncover how the Mali Empire rose from the dust of West Africa, became the global capital of wealth and knowledge under Mansa Musa, built the legendary city of Timbuktu, and then collapsed in a mystery that historians still debate. Stay with me, because the truth is darker, grander, and stranger than the textbooks ever told you. The story begins in the 13th century, in the vast Sahel, a land of scorching sun, shifting dunes, and hidden wealth. From this harsh frontier emerged a boy who had been exiled, mocked, and underestimated. Sundiata Keita. He returned not as a victim, but as a conqueror. Through diplomacy, war, and an iron will, Sundiata united the Mande people and crushed the powerful Soso kingdom, ending the reign of the tyrant Sumanguru Kante. From blood and uprising, he forged a new empire, Mali, controlling the gold mines of Wangara and the trade routes that connected Africa to Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. Within a generation, Mali became a superpower. Caravans miles long stretched across the Sahara. Gold, ivory, salt, slaves, and ideas flowed through its lands. But the world had not yet seen Mali's true glory. Not until the reign of one man. When Mansa Musa took the throne in 1312, the world didn't know his name. By the time he returned from his legendary pilgrimage, the world would never forget it. He marched across the Sahara with tens of thousands of attendants, soldiers, slaves, officials, and gold. So much gold that it distorted economies for years. In Cairo, Musa spent gold so lavishly that the value of gold collapsed. Prices skyrocketed, markets panicked. He accidentally triggered a recession across North Africa and the Middle East. No king in history, not Caesar, not Alexander, not Charlemagne, had ever shaken the world economy just by passing through. But Musa was more than wealth. He was a builder. Upon his return to Mali, he transformed his empire into a global magnet for scholars and architects. He invited the Andalusian architect Al-Sahili to design grand mosques and palaces, including the iconic Jinga River Mosque. Under him, Timbuktu became the intellectual capital of the medieval world, a city where astronomers charted the heavens, mathematicians refined their sciences, and scholars copied manuscripts by candlelight deep into the night. In this golden age, Mali wasn't just rich, it was the heartbeat of global knowledge. To European travelers, Timbuktu seemed like a myth, a city of endless gold. But beyond the legends was something even more extraordinary. The greatest library system Africa had ever known. The Sankore University held hundreds of thousands of manuscripts, texts on medicine, astronomy, law, geometry, philosophy, works that challenged the idea that Africa was without written history. Merchants from Venice, Granada, Cairo, and beyond traveled to Timbuktu seeking knowledge, not just gold. A single book could sell for more than an entire herd of cattle. It was a city where wealth and wisdom were twins, inseparable, powerful, unstoppable, until it all began to crumble. Great empires rarely fall in one blow. Mali's decline was a slow burn. After Mansa Musa's death, weak rulers fought for the throne. Vassal states broke away. The gold mines shrank. Foreign invaders, especially the Mossi and later the Songhai, chipped away at Mali's power. Trade routes shifted. Droughts punished the land. And as the Sahara expanded, once thriving cities faded. By the 1600s, Mali, the empire that once dazzled the world, had fragmented into dozens of small kingdoms. But its legacy refused to die. Here are some truths about Mali many people have never heard. Mali mapped the stars. Ancient manuscripts from Timbuktu include detailed astronomical charts that predate many European works. They had a pension system. Some historians note that Mali maintained welfare for the elderly and disabled, centuries before modern European states. Salt was sometimes more valuable than gold. In some regions of Mali, a slab of salt could be worth more than its weight in gold, because without it, people would die in the desert heat. These details reveal one thing. Mali wasn't just rich, it was sophisticated, a civilization far ahead of its time. If this story shocked you, if it made you question what you thought you knew about African history, then don't let it end here. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments, which forgotten African empire should we uncover next?